Hi, everybody.
Have you
Welcome
ever
to
argued with your
tonight's
friends
episode.
about whether or not you can kill another friend? I just did that.
Only on like every other Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Dungeons and Dragons.
So-
Maybe it's more satanic than it's as satanic as we were led to believe in the 80s. Anyways, I'm going to sacrifice
hi,
someone's
everyone.
blood to summon a demon.
Welcome to tonight's game. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. Felis is off to a rocker tonight.
My
So
blood's
as
already up
always,
from my
before we
last
begin,
game.
we've got a couple of quick announcements for y'all. First one being, Griz is gonna be a little bit late, but he's here, so. Hashtag blame Griz in chat. The second one is, as always, follow us on Twitter and Discord and Twitch and subscribe on YouTube and all that happy fun stuff. Instagram, all that good stuff. Third one, the Christmas one shot was on the 23rd. That was 5 days ago. Thank you everyone for coming out. If you came out to see that, that was a fun time. That'll go up on YouTube tonight after Emoris is done. So you can see that if you didn't see it already. It's cool. It's got me and Griz and Tommy and two other people. One that you might have heard of, one that you definitely haven't heard of. So it's cool. It's fun. You should check it out. The last one. New campaign is starting. I don't think it starts on Sunday. I think it starts the week after Sunday. It's starting next week. That's Dragon of Icefire Peak. That's ran by Tommy. And can we do cast announcements yet? I'm in charge of this channel. I'll say, you want to see the cast? Go check it out. It's next week. It'll be on this channel. Go watch it. Griz will tell me the exact date and time when he comes back. Right. I don't have anything else, I don't think.
Tommy says it starts on Sunday.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah,
start on
third,
Sunday,
right?
so it is next week.
Yeah. Wear your masks. Stay inside. Wash your hands.
All right, y'all. Wow. Since we're here, does anyone want to rib on Griz real quick while he's not here?
Wait, he's still here. He can still hear us.
Why would we do that? He's the best.
Yeah, why would he rib on that?
Exactly.
Fucking
He's
asshole.
Why are you being
Piece
so
of
mean,
shit.
Equa?
Yeah, Equa, what the fuck?
What an asshole.
We're only mean to
No, I
Felis.
should have known.
I can't believe you would make fun of Griz like that, the
Randomly.
piece of shit.
Let's jump into tonight's game, you guys.
Fuck you, Equa.
Guys, he's the DM.
That's fine.
That just means he kills Izzy first.
I know.
If he hasn't already have a plan to kill me at this point, like,
Oh, there's probably like
there's
15
nothing I
plans
can do to
kill
make
you
him
at this
mad. If he hasn't
You guys
sworn
know.
vengeance yet, there's nothing they can do.
So, previously on Emoris, the Silvered Goats had traveled to Alevia, the forest city of Aegius, on their way to Thyra's home tribe. After a, should we say, tense first day here, in which you made a couple of friends and a couple of enemies, a figure appeared that attempted to blackmail Free into giving up Shani's location in exchange for her own freedom and the lives of the rest of you fuckos. This did not work, and as such, a battle ensued between you and this revealed form of the Erinyes, if I'm saying that right, resulting in major damage to the surrounding buildings, but thankfully and very luckily no casualties. Having rested the following day, you decided to split up to complete some personal projects, including but not limited to a heist on a shopkeeper that you didn't very much like, that very almost ended in great success, but instead resulted in pretty good success.
I'm still mad about that.
And following that, you gotta buy a lead box, my dude. That's what you gotta buy. So
That's
following
the
that,
plan, trust me.
it was time to leave, and so you all set off once more to your next stop, which is a small port town on the edge of the Aegean Cut, to which you have currently made your journey about a day and a half into. It should, in theory, take about 5 days to get here. And as you were here, and this day and a half, you found a small encounter of of these strange frog-like creatures that attacked you, but did no lasting damage as far as you can tell. And that is pretty much where we left off. So, as you gather yourselves in this old abandoned campsite that is, it's clearly been devoid of any inhabitants for months at the very, very least. You sort of look up at the sky. You can see this beautiful sunset that's starting to take form. These like strokes of pink and orange just sort of gently crossing the horizon. You hear the birds chirping and this gentle breeze calming your spirits after this kind of stressful encounter. And then you listen closely and you can hear Izzy retching in the corner. Silver goats, what would you like to do?
Collect
First
a
things first,
vial
I'm
of
like-
that sweet, sweet frog blood.
That's easy enough to do. You go ahead and
going to first off collect my arrows that I shot, the ones that I fucking can.
excellent. So you get half backgrounded down.
Yep. Yeah, I already put them in. I just wanted to say that I did it. I already put them in because I fucking already forgot how many I used. And then I do want to cast Detect Magic. I start
Sure, yeah.
going through the camp, trying to find
It
whatever
looks like this
stuff
camp
we
has
can.
been here for a long time. A couple of months at least.
Aye.
Looks like it's probably my guess is probably stolen from some poor travelers that were here, judging from the shapes of the tents.
Aye.
Do we want to set up camp here, or do we want to try and...
What time is it, Equa?
At this point, with your encounter, I'd say maybe 5:30. It's later in the year, so your sun
it's
sets
pretty
earlier and rises
dark.
later. But if you wanted to travel more, you could definitely travel more.
I mean, we could try to go a little bit farther, I think, today, but I mean, we've been camping out just fine by ourselves without having any pre-made camp to rely on.
Aye. I'd rather not hang out in a camp full of weird frog corpses. Also, what there's more out there and they're coming back.
Yeah, I'd rather not stay here.
So as you perform your incantation and complete the detect magic spell, Alakian, your eyes shift into that familiar sort of glassy haze. Nothing magical seems to be popping up that is out of the ordinary.
Okay.
This camp has been picked clean.
Okay.
I will start heading back to the horses.
I'll look around for a
I'll
little
follow.
bit. It'll be the same. Yeah, I'm gonna look around for a little bit, see if I can find anything, even on the frogs, maybe, and
Okay.
see what. And then head back as well. If I don't find anything.
Sure. Yeah. So you take a moment to sort of investigate the bodies, any outstanding areas that you might have missed. Nothing's coming up. These things. I mean, you're a fairly intelligent person. You can deduce that these things are not really materialistic. The red one had literally nothing on it at all. The green one had, basic like furs that covered the gangly bits, and its staff, and that was pretty much it. So there's nothing on them or in the camp that you find remotely interesting.
Okay.
Is the staff, not the stick, I guess I should call it, not magical? Just...
It is not magical. No, it's just a stick.
Alright. I'm gonna take the stick.
Okay. Take
My stick.
good enough.
Look, you're gonna beat the thing upside the head first before you take it.
I was gonna take it. I'm gonna hit Wade later.
I heard that. He says as he walks away.
Hey, that wasn't in character. I wasn't using the voice.
It's true. It's a DM slip right there. I'm so excited to play
Griz will
Wage, you
remember
guys.
this.
Griz will remember this. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, I think
So, you guys make your way back to the horses. The horses are still there. Thankfully, Thyra took
And
about 20
Pow-Pow?
minutes tying them up, just so they wouldn't move. Pow still in the cart as well. It's like you
He jumped
walk up
out
to
of
him
the
and he's
bowl.
gently
He's
like,
flopping around on the ground.
I just remembered that Equa fucking shamed Dyto for not like running to the thing after tying up the horses, and he fucking knew the entire time. You son of a bitch! Just remembered that.
Yeah.
I've done that. But like, you're not gonna go help them, and then it's like, yeah, it's a trap.
It's a trap. To quote Admiral Akbar.
Oh god. All right,
It's a trap.
head on then.
Indeed.
so you guys keep rocking forward. Your day's journey concludes. Nothing else eventful happens. Anything that anyone else wants to do tonight?
Yeah, bruh.
Yes.
Oh, I'll let Dad go first. So I have to
Um,
find the name of this person. I don't remember.
After we have like camp kind of set up and we've eaten, I want to approach Izzy and is like, so you want to help me with my problem that we talked about before?
Right, yeah. Let me just I'm gonna tell everyone that I'm gonna be summoning demons, just to give a heads up.
Yep. So I'm gonna be raging, and she's gonna be summoning demons.
Aye. So a lot's gonna happen, so just like stay back.
Probably.
I don't want to do it in the center of where we set up camp because I don't want to destroy our.
We'll
our
do it
team.
off a bit, but I want to let everyone know that yeah, I am quote, you utter foul words, summon the demons from the chaos of the abyss. So
It's pretty cool. So, I'll say for the purposes of this, you two head off to the side, a ways away. Izzy, roll a d6 for me.
but before I roll, essentially how this spell works for Izzy's a little different. She doesn't actually summon demons. It more of she kind of makes simulacrum of them that are similar, like through her own through Candace's body mass. Sort of like sprout. She buds. Essentially, chaos will bud. Essentially, how it works.
Super cool.
Like little seedlings.
Yep. That's a 5. That's 8 demons of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Yes, it is. So, you pulled the blood from this lad.
Yeah.
Oh, which, by the way, the spell does not consume it. So
It does not.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a really weird thing. I don't
It
like
is
how they worded that.
a strange component. Why?
Just a blood. It could be a vial blood from a humanoid, a dead humanoid. That's all it has to be.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Can I change the component to that?
Yeah, that's
all right.
fine.
Cool. Thank you.
So you like begin casting, and as you do, you feel your back like start to crack in weird places as you feel mass just suddenly pop into existence, and it's a awful sight to watch as Izzy like is chanting the whole time, and her back like all this like nasty cracking sounds, and like these large boils begin to just swell up and.
Oof.
What is he? That's not a good look.
It doesn't feel good either. Oh damn it! Oh fuck.
So, from out of these balls shoots little black orange ichor that just and lands somewhere off in the distance and then starts to mold and shape and form into something else. You see 3 of these sort of like smaller, almost ape-like creatures that are sort of dark green with like long, flat, pointed ears that come straight out the side start to form. There is one that is like kind of like they're all smaller, but this one is fatter with like really, really thin arms, and it's like there's this grey decaying matter. It appears to be its skin. And the other 4 that appear are these like reddish bipedal creatures with fangs and a long lashing tongue, and their body seems to almost curve up in like a moon shape. They all just appear and start looking around. You hear this.
Yeah, as soon as they appear and they're like on the ground, I'm going to rage and attack them.
I will say this is a. I want to read.
I will attack one recklessly. There are 5 of them?
There are 8 of them.
8 of them, okay. So that is a... So I'm doing it recklessly. That's a natural 19 to hit.
I'm pretty sure anything above a 12 hits. So you're good.
So I'm reading the spell, and this is a concentration, and it does not say if I lose concentration. Like, if I lose concentration, they're gone. So I can drop concentration if I need to. So I have some control over this scenario.
Yes, you can.
So that's 8 plus 4 damage, 12 damage altogether.
So, yeah, as you walk up to one of the closest ones that has spawned into you, which is this weird red one, which out of game, I'm sure we all know, is an abyssal chicken. You pull the axe back, and it's almost like a golf swing. You just sort of come up, and you see it like walk up and... It just disappears off in the distance somewhere. You're not sure where. You see off in the tree line, maybe like 60 feet away, this as a large gathering of birds has just been disrupted from the top of the tree canopy.
Was there a cloud of abyssal feathers that flew off of it whenever she hit it?
Surprisingly enough, they don't have feathers, you guys.
It's just ichor.
Yeah, it's just an ooze that like can change its form and color. Like, it's not a... You can't collect.
Now they can
I
all
would
attack
love
me
to
with
collect the
advantage.
abyssal feathers, but I don't think we can.
They all attack you with advantage. I gotta pull up these monsters, you guys. So we'll start with. I guess we'll start with the chickens, right? Of which there are still 3. So that's great.
Don't forget the squirrels.
They can attack once per round. It's a +4. It's fantastic. No, they can attack twice per round. Oh, you're screwed now, Thyra. Look at you. So, the first one is 22 to hit.
And that'll hit.
The second is an 11.
Nope.
Okay, I gotta start writing this down. I don't know why we're doing this. You'll definitely kill these things, but like, this is fun. Why not?
But that's not the goal.
16 to hit.
Yes.
And then a 17, so that one attacks you twice. I'm only gonna do the chickens because I don't want to drag this down. That hits. Yep. And then that one is natural 13, so also hits. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do for the purposes of this. We'll just roll it all in total. So you've got 3 bites, 2 claws. The bite is D4. 3. So you take 12 points of piercing damage from the creatures all biting you, and then 2 claws. 10 points of slashing damage from the claws. All that is reduced to half because you're raging. And we'll say the other ones just jump around. That's fine. They miss you.
Jump.
So on my next turn, I look up at Izzy, and as a bonus action, I'm going to drop my rage because I passed my wisdom save, and I'm going to go again. I'm not going to attack them, but my next turn, I'm going to rage again.
Okay.
They're still there.
And this is it.
I point at the fucking things like they're still around. Did you kill them all or no?
No, I didn't attack this
I didn't think so. I'd be like, all right. Little children attack the big woman.
Yeah, you see them all. And one of them just tries to bite at you, Izzy. Because they don't listen to you. It's a natural 10.
Yay!
Roll an attack.
Cool. I was uploading a meme to our channel. Sure, that's a strength, I assume. So just
The
pick
biggest
it's a
person
meme.
fighting
Space strength is
chickens.
fine.
Yeah, okay. So it's just D20 plus 5. Nope, plus 4. Natural 19. So I do 5 damage.
Off it
That
goes.
might kill it. I don't know how much they
How
have.
much damage did you do?
I did 5 damage.
It's still alive. Yeah,
Good for it.
it just goes off, and you see the sort of back of it that peeks up into the spine. Just it begins sort of flying and steadying itself, and then it drops and just crumbles into nothing. That's fine. Hi, Griz.
Yo.
So,
Welcome to the
yes.
party.
Hi, Griz.
Hello.
So, Thyra, you dropped your rage, and you're waiting until next turn to
Rage again.
rage again.
Yes, I'm going to bonus action rage again, and then I'm going to attack one of the chickens recklessly.
Does a 14 hit your AC?
No. Question no.
So they all run up and try and like bite you and scratch at you, and you just sort of stand there, and they're not gaining anything. They sort of like have to jump up and it's just not making any contact with you at all. You can go and we'll do your turn now instead.
Yep. So it's going to be 6 plus 7 math. Math somebody for me.
That's a
6
13.
plus 7 is
It's-
11. Oh, it's 7.
No, that's 13.
That's 13. I'm thinking of 5 plus 6
You
for some
forehead.
reason.
close.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like 5 plus 6. I'm like, that's not the number
So
I heard.
that's 15 damage.
Yeah, you just as you like bring the axe down, it like cleaves it in half, and there is just this smoldering, like crumpled skull and shredded bones. You see one of the legs actually falls off and just onto the ground. It's destroyed. It's completely gone. Awesome. Nope, they miss.
Well, they get advantage. I did it reckless.
They hit. It's a natural 19.
I was gonna laugh. You're like, nope, they still miss.
3. Ooh, that was pretty good. 10 points of piercing / slashing damage. You're not currently raging, right? So that's
Yes, I am currently raging. I just raged on my turn.
right. Yeah, sorry, you're reckless. My bad. Yep. So reduced to 5. You can go again.
Alright. So the next turn, I kind of bring my axe up and I let out this big like roar, and then as I'm about to hit one of the chickens, I stop and I'm able to drop my rage.
Okay. Yeah. As you like walk up to this thing, Izzy, you watch as this thing is now like seeing 3 of its friends just dissipate into nothing. It's kind of like shaking and quivering there, and Thyra just walks up to it,
Little
pulls
thing,
the
you gotta
axe
go into
back.
guy.
Again.
and it just stops there. You see the chicken and just runs.
I throw an electric blast at it.
Roll for an attack.
They're fucking demons I created from my fucking like brain monster. Like fuck these things. That's a lot. That's a 19.
That hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. It's still alive.
Oh, I shoot 2. I just remembered that. That's a natural 18.
You don't need damage. It just
Yeah,
it
10
just,
damage.
Just dies.
As it starts running, it's not that fast. Is it just and you're like it's just a scatter of red.
I
It's
drop
just-
concentration, so any other things I created also disappear.
Everything else just
Well, you did very good there, Tyler.
I think that was a success, I would say.
Right? Well,
Like,
we can do this another
I
time.
wasn't expecting it to work so well.
That was painful and a little humiliating to have that happen to me. I didn't expect that. Never cast a spell before.
Well, at least now you know.
Hey, just now I know. It'll be certainly
that fun.
it'll be a certainly interesting thing to see to use in front of other people.
I kind of put my arm around her. Well, at least now we know that if I attack one of you, it's not because it's a lack of control.
True. Well, let's settle down. It's good to keep moving. It's got to meet your parents, at least your mum. Hey, maybe we should tell you about your dad. Finally get the information on him.
Just realized I was muted, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Well, my dad is humanoid? Dark hair, I think? I never actually met him.
Well, you've now met men there, so I assume not. Is your mum a half orc as well, or is she like full orc? I don't.
Well, she's a half orc as well.
All right, so maybe he's an half orc, or was he not? I don't. Again,
I think he's like human, elf, something like. He wasn't an orc of any nature.
A mysterious man who came through with mysterious human man who came through with dark hair. Maybe it's my dad. It's a bad joke.
I mean, it could be very well.
I really hope not. He's a terrible father.
I mean, he wasn't there at all for my life, so yeah, it's on brand.
Yeah, same here. He wasn't there for most of my life. No,
I mean, I don't know what his given name is, but I know that the tribe called him Kieran.
Called him Kieran?
Kieran.
Kieran. Does that mean something?
Little darkness, I believe. Or little dark one, something like that.
That's strange.
Well, I mean, when you come through with dark hair, they gotta name you somehow.
Well. Let's head back to camp and sleep. I'm tired.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Okay, so you will head back to camp. Bed down for the night. Next day comes.
Well, I have something I wanted to do.
You said go to bed, Felis.
I did, but I also said a thing earlier. So, I don't know. I can lie. This is a liar. Fuck
I
you.
will let you do this one thing because I'm nice.
I know. What's his name again?
You guys.
I don't remember what his name. Okay, yeah. As thinking back, sort of with the conversation about fathers, and Izzy kind of bringing up her own because she's been on her mind, and also like having attacked Wade at the end of the last transformation. She Isabel kind of thinks back, tries to figure out like who does she possibly know that might know where her father is. And she thinks back to a man who came through her village shortly after her mother died, a man named Emoris, a half-orc cleric. And so she's going to use her sending to attempt to contact him, to see if maybe he has any idea, because who knows? He took an interest in her family once. Maybe he kept up that interest and kept track of people.
Okay, so you go ahead and cast the spell. What do you say?
I say, not sure if you remember me. My name is Isabel. And I'm looking for my father, Norman Green. Do you have information?
Okay.
I'll also add that we're from Craddock. So like we're from Craddock as well at the end of that.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
So the you say the words and you feel some arcane energy sort of pour out of you. You wait a moment, and then a response does come. It says, "Hey, kid."
Yes, I knew you were going to use this accent.
Don't remember no green. Couldn't tell you if I knew. Sorry. That's it.
Well, fuck it, then. I can't send any more spells, so I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, next day comes. I would like someone to roll D10 for me.
I will be. My dog is being weird, so I'm gonna go see what they want. So I'll be right back.
Someone who isn't Izzy, roll D10 for me.
Yeah, sorry, people.
I can roll
Fucking-
if you like.
Go for it. I was like,
Kim-
if nobody else is gonna do it, I will.
Oh, go
Kim
for it.
roll.
I rolled a
Already
6,
rolled.
which is bad. Sure.
6?
Yeah.
So, your day goes on. Anything that anyone wants to do today?
Not until rest.
Yeah.
Don't get to something first.
At the beginning of the day, I'm going to hand Free a greater healing potion.
Oh.
Give
Healing,
Wade a lesser healing potion. And then give Izzy a lesser healing potion.
Okay, we'll remember that for when she comes back. Very good. Sure. So, anyone else?
No.
Amazing. So,
Yeah, just long strider on the horses.
I'm back.
All right, so Felis, you have
From
a
the bank.
potion of healing. Just a regular
Yes,
potion of
lesser.
healing.
I was listening as I have a 6-foot cord,
Okay.
and my dog was
Okay.
gone when I opened the door.
Fucked.
so your day's journey ends with Longstrider. You'll be right there. So you have about a day and a half left. Actually, with Longstrider, you probably have just about the end of the day. This time's off a little bit. Yeah. So, as your day's travel goes on, Thyra, as you sort of travel along these rundown roads, the forested area is sort of starting to go behind you now, and you're more out in the open. Something does catch your eye off the side of the road, literally just on the side of the road. It's maybe like 2 feet off the edge. Just this little like cuboidal shape that just doesn't seem to belong there.
Who's Wade, can you take the reins for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Does somebody want to come check this thing out with me?
I'll jump off.
I mean, you know, I was happy to help you out, so
I will go try and inspect the thing.
Okay.
I'll give her the
I
help
will
action.
also poke around and try and figure out.
I will give Lakin
Oh,
help action. I
watch
think
it
he's a
from the
better.
cart.
I think
I
he's a
have
better
better
investigation.
investigation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him the help action.
You guys don't need to roll for this.
Cool.
It's okay. As you walk up to it, it's pretty clear almost immediately what it is. It is a book. It's
It's a
maybe
Book?
that big, that wide. You look on the front, it appears to be a book of children's tales.
In what
and as
language?
In common.
Okay.
And as you open the front, it has the name Askren Var, and then a street in Levia. You get the sense that if you return this, there might be a reward.
Askren.
Mhm.
Askren Var.
Where is Olivia?
That's
Where
where
we
we
just
just.
came
That's where we
from.
set on fire.
Fuck.
That is exactly where we just.
Friggin'
Well-
Felis.
I don't remember what we burned. I barely remember my own hometown.
I
had to read it every we start every time. I'm like, where am I from again? Craddock, that's right.
I'm going to let Wade drive for a little bit.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna flip through some of these children's stories, see if I recognize any of them.
Okay, great, yeah.
Hey, is
As
there one
you-
in there about the Ghost Gator?
Well, I can definitely check, see if I get to one.
So you begin flitting through the children's stories. There is one about a woman in the jungle on the far side of the Casco forests who liked to lure in weary travelers and then turn them to stone for her collection. There is one actually that you find not far after about an old crone that liked to feast on children's hearts. It doesn't appear to make mention of anything Ghost Gator related, but it is reminiscent of your encounter with her. There is one about this sort of rogue de facto group of tieflings who fled off to the far cold reaches of the world and secluded themselves because they bore some deep evil within them. There's a whole bunch of, little scary stories to tell if you want to, scare your kids. But they're stories.
Nothing about the Ghost Gator specifically, but there's an old crone that eats hearts. And there's even a story about tieflings going to the cold reaches because they're evil as shit.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Ghost Gator's probably too scary to be in a children's book. Fairy tales,
I don't know. I read a story once about a princess who was put to sleep and woke up to having twins.
I mean,
Well,
I guess
alright.
that's pretty scary, yeah.
That's disconcerting. Not really scary one, but the one I remember is one that my dad told me is about a princess being chased by a witch, and the princess turns herself into a lake. The witch drinks from the lake, and then the princess turns back to a person and cuts her way out of the stomach. That's a real fairy tale for all you folks. That's real. That's fucking real.
Fucking Grimm's Brothers fairy tales are weird as shit.
Yeah, they found a book in like a basement of some manor that had a bunch of fairy tales, and that was one of them. It was like I'm not sure if it was Grimm's, but it was like that era.
Yeah, but he also had a story about a woman who fell in love with a man, and the love wasn't returned, so she walked into the sea and turned into it, never to return.
Wait, she turned into the sea, but there's already a sea there.
Yeah, the way
She
you
becomes
doesn't
more
make any
sea.
sense.
She just added to it, I guess. She just turned into the sea foam.
It's weird. I mean, there's the stories we were told as kids are all fucking terrible and full of violence.
I don't know. My father told me a lot of tales of Zanin and adventures, but they were sad sometimes, but they always ended up happy.
Well, like the ones me dad told me were all like that. The ones my mum told me about, like elven history and warriors and the Feywild. Those are just weird because it's elves and the Fey.
It's still daylight, isn't it? We're riding along now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my sister told me one tale of the warrior woman and the centaur. They were arm wrestling in a tavern, and the two constellations crossed, and they opened up a portal to some demi-plane prison. And there was another gentleman there with them. They were able to get them back into the prison, and then they had to hold the arm wrestle position until they were able to get everybody in there to close the portal. I mean, that was a pretty happy story. I mean, it started off really bad.
What about you? Like, any weird stories from your childhood?
My parents were not very fond of me, so I did not have any good stories or really any stories to share. So that answers your question. Yeah.
Fair enough. Look at us, all of us with. It's like terrible parents, but honestly, it's just me and Free has really bad parents, and Elaine. The two out of the year just Seemed fine.
Yeah, most of my stories were about, Keijo.
Like,
Yeah.
if you want to hear a long, lengthy discussion of elven politics, it was me mum.
I'm gonna kind of whisper to Free. Maybe tonight we can do a little bit of damage control from the other day.
With our unfriendly games. I had plans to also message Councilman Duel as a warning, as he involved himself with Shawnee and me.
I might have another message that I might want you to send tonight,
Oh,
if you can.
well, we can just.
But I'm not sure yet.
All right. You can send 3, so.
So, your day's travel goes on. Nothing further really happens until the evening when you all bed down for the night. Who wants to do what?
I want to fight Izzy's minions again.
Okay. Do you allow this, Izzy?
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's kind of fun to watch.
So, roll
I mean,
d6.
we don't have to do the whole thing.
No,
it'll
we'll
take-
just roll a d6
Yeah.
to figure out who's coming.
Okay. Let me pull up the table so I know what I'm.
I want to take a
Okay.
pull at a time.
Oh, you get the same thing. 8 demons of challenge rating 1-4 or lower. Roll the 6.
Yeah, it is much the same thing. There are a couple less chickens this time, but it is it's a fairly idyllic situation for you.
I invite Wayne and I invite everyone to watch.
I just did my roll, so we don't have to go through the whole thing. We can just make it faster. I'll be able to break my rage, and I'm using it 3 times. And so each time I rage, the next turn I'm able to break it.
Yeah. I'll say, with your rage, take 16 points of damage. Not that it matters. And you fucking mop the floor with these things, almost literally. There is one point where you pull the axe up and just... And you have to, jammy the thing off the end of your axe blade to try and get it off, and it is dripping red. You are almost literally mopping the floor. But it is a successful endeavor for you. You managed to control your rage pretty well.
You let me know if Izzy spawns any that look like, was it Jim or Henry or whatever the heck the name of the
little thing?
the little puppy one was. That
What challenge rating is that?
It was a generic name. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was the Hunger Demons.
Yeah.
I was sick that evening, so I wasn't there.
Yeah, you got alcohol poisoning and you stayed in the room. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure did. Oh boy.
Good times.
Free did not watch that battle. She cooked something, because no. Not her thing.
Fair enough. You cook up a nice spread for the rest of your group as you hear the faint... It's where it's like choking and dying sounds. So, anyone else?
Griz.
Not really alive, but just simulacrum that are vaguely controlled by chaos.
Yeah, I will go up to Free while she is cooking. Well, if you have that list of people you may want to add my mum to it, maybe we can get there a little faster once we get to the city.
Aye.
All right.
I am. Oh, go on, Cam.
Now I think I'm ready.
All right. When we arrive there, you think that'll be tomorrow, or do you want? It's like, which day are you hoping to get her to?
Do I know about how long it would take to get to the port town?
2 days left, right? Equa?
From where you are, it'll take probably a day. It depends. If you burned 2 long striders, yeah, it'll probably take a day.
So I'm gonna kind of look up in the sky at like an eastern direction, and well, it looks like it'd be about a day, maybe a day and a half if anything goes wrong.
All
Would be
right.
to the city.
All right. And you want me to ask her for, how would you like me to word this? I want to make sure I'm getting this correct.
For a tree lift
All right.
for the 5 of us. Well,
All right. She will send that message first then, so she doesn't forget what she's saying. I forgot her name though.
Mildred.
Mildred, right. So she starts. Evening, Mildred. We'll be in the port town of, what was the town's name?
Athlin. Athlin is the
Athlin.
I was going to reveal it when you guys got closer, but it's fine.
I figured Thyra would know. Athlin, in a day or day and a half. Thyra wishes to know if we could get free lift to the tribe after that for 5. Yeah, okay. That's all her words.
Great. Yeah, you feel the message go out. The reply comes not long after. It says, "Right, I can see what I can do for you. Athlin in a day and a half. I'll ask Kiva." And the response ends there.
Comes to Thyra, and she says she'll ask Kiva what she can do about that.
All right.
What's
Thank
any
you.
other messages now? Oh wait.
I mean, the 2 about to Gaines and Duel, or at least Gaines for sure.
Did you have anything
The enemy of my
specific anything specific you wanted said?
Don't mind the kill hungry bitch.
Okay.
Just
Goal is to keep Shawnee safe. I can work with that.
and to aim Gaines in the Cake's direction, so we don't have to deal with them right now.
Yeah. All right. Message to Gaines. Apologies for Isabel's brashness. I want to keep Shawnee safe as you do. Throw the cakery off her trail and ours. Lie, say Shawnee has returned or something. We need time.
Okay. You sense the message leaves you and goes somewhere else, but there is no response.
Interesting. Still no response.
At least we know we did all that we could.
I hope that means we don't have to worry.
I mean, your message to Shawnee went through, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about Gaines, but as long as the message to Shawnee went through, that means everything could be all right.
She seemed happy the other day, so at least so far she seemed safe. I'll check on her tomorrow at the latest. Last message to Duel. Councilman, thank you for your help with Shawnee. However, you may now be involved with the cakery. They may be run or at least infiltrated by devils based in Lapland.
Okay. The response comes, with more of a delay than you're used to. This is a busy guy. He responds and says, Uemura is out of my jurisdiction. Where are you? I will be calling soon.
So, this is out of his jurisdiction, and that he'll be calling for us. Not that I have any messages to reply with tonight, but...
Keep an ear out. We do kind of owe him.
Guess so.
That favor was not worth at all.
Honestly, kind of nah. Like he did his best, but he got fucked up.
He did nothing that fight. He became a liability faster
He
than
made a lot of money though, so
He made a lot of money
Yeah,
and
good
did nothing.
Like good for him. Like I'm proud of Duel.
And-
He fucking got out of that pretty good, but fuck him.
I had to balance the encounter, you guys. Come on.
A debt still needs to be paid. We promise. I promised at least. I don't give my word lightly.
I understand. That's all I needed to do today.
So, anyone else want to do anything tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna send another message to that fucking asshole Emoris.
Okay.
Because hey, maybe we can. Maybe he doesn't remember us, but maybe I could get him to
Jog
help
his
somewhere
memory.
else. Yeah, something. So I'm just gonna send a message, and I found a word counter thing online because I don't have Word because I have no money. And it says so I'll send a message saying, "Is he here? My dad asked you to resurrect my mother in Craddock years ago. I am trying to find him. Any help would be appreciated." That is 25 words.
Okay. The response comes, "Oh shit, I do remember you. Yeah. I ain't seen your dad since then. Maybe still around Craddock. Where you been?"
Can't respond to that. I have no spell, so I summon a bunch of demons. I'm just gonna stare up in his face and be like, "Tomorrow, you strange, mysterious green man, tomorrow."
Tomorrow, there's always tomorrow.
I just punched my mic. I apologize. I keep doing that tonight.
That's alright. I've done it a few
Join
times
the
too.
club.
Same with my
get
cat.
used to it.
You punched
Oh,
your
you
cat?
punched your cat?
No, my
How dare
cat
you?
kept
Fucking
punching my
monster.
microphone.
Oh.
All right,
I think we can all agree that we got the same inference from what Griz said.
God.
Maybe it's just the wrong
I
one.
I am going to find you. I'm gonna fight. Another reason to fight you in real life.
So it was then out of context.
I have a list.
So,
Somebody clip that.
On
out
that
of
note,
context,
Look at all
please.
these. Look at all these reasons. Look at all these weird reasons
my
I have
God,
to
I've
fight.
done a
you.
Go to
lot
my
of
black
things.
book.
They're all like weird notes from high school. I don't know what they say.
he's talking about how Wade used to punch Asmund's cat to make it disappear. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, wait,
We
he did
never
do that.
that.
No, I thought that was a
And
thing.
now, Grace,
Oh.
you said it.
I didn't say it.
That's true.
So, does anyone else want to do anything tonight? Or should we skip to the
Punch
next
Asmund's cat and make it disappear.
Not really anything of consequence, but I do kind of want to, before actually meditating for the night, once everybody's actually gone to bed and quiet, go sit out, kind of concentrate up towards the night sky and just kind of try and just reach out to the Raven Queen. Not real for really anything in particular, but just kind of
Okay.
checking in more or less. It's the easiest way to put it.
So, you can go ahead and make a religion check for me.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you sort of sit there and focus up at the many stars that there are in the sky, and you feel at ease knowing that she's up there and she's watching.
Okay. That's it.
So, the next day comes. You guys hop back on the cart. Still roll d10.
I'll do it. I'll roll my foresty green d10. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Roll
Welcome to a
again.
broken cart.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit again. Roll again,
Amount of
that's
times
fine.
we broke our fucking tire, like, or wheel.
4.
4. Okay. That's better. So, your day's travel goes on. Anything that
Nice.
anyone else wants to do today?
I mean, unless it's a combat, yeah.
You aren't sure?
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna wait until the evening. Before we all go to bed.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything in the day?
Nope, just watch for that town skyline. Hope we get there.
Sure. So,
Standard catching up with Kev. No.
of course, yeah. Your average conversations with Kev that don't include talking about Asmin at all.
Right. Completely avoiding that subject.
So you guys continue on for the day, with Thyra casting Longstrider a number of times. Travel today is smooth enough. Nothing impactful has occurred today, and as you sort of camp out at night, you're not quite there, but you're close. You're maybe 5 to 10 miles out of camp, an hour or two's travel away.
I can literally smell the city and the sea from here. I don't like it.
Oh yeah. Good thing I think I have a touch of controller. This would freak me out a lot more than it usually does.
It's just like there. So close. So close.
Well, all right.
So,
Well,
events for the night.
I'm gonna send another message because I'm trying to contact this guy and Isabel's starting to fucking hate the spell, but she can't. She's like, I need it though. It's so useful, but I hate it. I'm gonna send another message to fucking Ymir. It says, I'm an atheist trying to help a friend. Haven't been to Craddock in 20 years. Do you know Mazur? I had to ask. I had to ask for Thyra.
He talks back and says, "This time thing with the messages is really strange. If you ain't been back in 20 years, I'd suggest looking there. Who's Mazur?"
I will send a message back and say, have limited uses, been using spells. Mazur's a friend. You have a voice. You have a similar accent.
The voice comes back. "Oh, I bet he's a half-orc too, and all half-orcs know each other. Is that it?"
Fuck you.
I can't
Right.
respond.
I
I
was
literally
I
can't
was waiting for him to
respond.
respond and ask if he knows me.
That'd be funny. It's like, yeah. Do you know Thyra? He keeps telling me about it.
Goes to bed now.
Looks
man.
over. There's Mazur. Like, yeah. He's like, fuck.
They're different voices. Mazur's a lot lower, and he's got a
Yeah, no, it's the
stronger
same accent. It's the same accent.
It's varying strength, but yes, you are right. It is
Yeah,
an
he's from the
accent.
same region. He's from Kazari, probably.
You
the Kazarian
guys know I
accent.
do accents based on region and race. You know I do that. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Region and race.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Kazari.
you had to make it a thing.
Yeah.
Don't know he's Kazari. I'm like, oh, do you know like the guy we know in fucking Kazari?
The singular dude.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a fucking traveling cleric. I don't know what the fuck he knows.
That's Izzy done for the night. Anyone else want to do anything tonight?
I want to talk to Wade. So, Wade, how do you feel getting a little closer to getting answers about Kev?
Oh, I'm excited. It's we don't have that much time to do all this, and just feeling thankful.
I did something I don't normally do, and I asked for a favor from my family. I don't know if they'll come through, but hopefully it'll speed things up.
I really appreciate it. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, actually, Izzy helped me out a lot. I really didn't want to go back until I had... And I flashed my eyes at him under control. And I think I kind of do now. So it's not as scary going back.
You're doing a good job with that.
You can't really be in a tribe full of people if you're afraid of hurting them all the time.
Makes sense. I was under the impression that you were all like that.
No, actually, most of us are pretty pacifistic. We do train some to fight, but like my mom is not much of a fighter, and the elders are more magic-based than being able to wield an axe. My grandma, she had a temper though.
Gotta get it from somewhere, right?
I'm glad to have gotten it from someone great, I guess. Hopefully I didn't get it from my dad. You think he has a temper?
I don't know.
Izzy seems to be obsessed with my dad. She keeps asking me questions like, who is he? What do I know about him?
I asked you once.
She's got dad problems.
Why you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe it's because she has her own daddy issues.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe she's trying to
That's
bond
true.
with you over it.
Maybe. I mean, she might
Makes
think
sense.
that just because he wasn't part of my life, maybe I hate him. But you can't really hate someone you don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not too fond of the people who, slave free. I never met them.
Well, there's a law that because we're connected to free, we are connected to them. So, in a way, we do know them or who they are. We at least have a reason to hate them. I don't know this man or what he's done or what kind of person he is.
Right.
So I can't say whether I hate the man or not.
I see where you're coming from.
It's not like he left by choice. He was kind of kicked out, as all of the men tend to be.
Yeah, where did that all start? I feel like we talked a little bit about this before, but...
When my tribe was a lot smaller, all of the men went out on a big hunting excursion. There was a very large bear, like not a normal bear, and none of them came back. So the women just kind of had to learn how to fight for themselves, fend for themselves, and they were just better off without men. So for a long time, until a few generations ago, we wouldn't even keep any of the baby boys.
What did you do with them?
Well, the dad would stick around until they were born, and if they were a boy, they were sent off with their dad.
Do any, like, the men, hold grudges about that, or...
I mean, I think I would, so I'm sure that there are grudges being held somewhere. I mean, for all I know, I could be related to any half-orc that I cross paths with.
You could be related to me. You could be related to Izzy. You could be...
I could be
I guess, I don't know, maybe a Lakian?
I could be related to Kev.
You could be related to Kev. Although then I feel like you'd be a lot smaller. I don't know.
Hey!
Well, I do take after my Goliath great-granddad, so that explains the height, because my mom's not near this tall.
Oh. Yeah, no, but definitely if you had Kev in you, you'd be small.
Dude!
He's like a little chicken, you know.
Stop, man! Wait! Seriously!
You know,
Stop it!
maybe he could be related to one of my sisters. They're a little on the small side.
Oh my god.
Yep. Probably.
So, for the rest of the night, Wade, Kev gives you the cold shoulder. Does anyone want to do anything else tonight? Awesome. So, your night takes over into the following day, and you arise nice and early to continue your journey, and you do so, and not a roll is required, as it is
Isn't
not
that fucking cool?
an hour and 15 minutes in before you start to see the visage of what is not a city, but a very small port town start to appear on your horizon. As you sort of start riding up to it, you can smell like the scent of sea salt and like a cool ocean breeze. As you, Thyra in particular, and you, Lakin, would probably know, the Aegean Cut is right here. That is the sort of vertical spike of water that comes and protrudes into Aegeus. And you're right on the edge of it. As you sort of walk into town, it is busy. This town is mainly used for crossing over. It's port town, so they do have people here, but it's much in the same vein as Herhan. It's a crossover town. Not a lot of people stay here for very long. And as you walk in, the hustle is bustling. What would you guys like to do?
Go and try to find a magic shop again.
Yes, I want to go with him this time.
Make an investigation check.
Yes.
I will help you.
I'm gonna follow because I also have a little bit of money. Thanks, Lakin.
How long are we planning on being
Got
in
you,
this town?
Not long.
Not long.
Not
okay.
long, like literally a day.
I'll go on the search for this magic store.
19.
Okay, Free is breaking off to find a secondhand shop, pawn shop, some place where like travelers would sell random stuff and like find, something cool.
Okay, so you make an investigation check as well, Free. Alakian,
Okie dokie.
you lead the search for the rest of the group for this magic shop. And you don't find one. This is a small town. You gather it's mostly making money off of people traveling across on the ferries, of which there are sort of bigger communal ferries and also private ships that you can also take if you have the coin for it. And there's a lot of fishing here. There is a little bit of hunting, as it's close enough to woods. But apart from that, it's not really that much here. They have cool ice cream.
Do I hear about the pawn shop that the Free's
Ice
looking
cream?
for? Ice cream?
Well, it depends. Free, what'd you get?
13.
13. You find a small, like, ramshackle shop that is it's sort of built out the side of a fishing I don't want to say vendor, but like a big fishing sort of store / they'll loan you equipment if you return it. You see behind the main counter here, and there is like the actual central part where you can go in, and there is like large squid and octopus on the walls that have been stuffed and taxidermied, and then off to the side of it, like coming out of the building, there is like a smaller knick-knack store that's sort of ran by this halfling man who is sort of like reddish hair. You can't really see the lower half of him, but he's sort of wearing dirtier clothes, sort of like blackened spacks on the cheeks and face, and he's actually missing a tooth right here, like a thin, spindly mustache. And he's like, "What can I do for you?"
What was the name
I'm
of
not
this town
sure.
again?
No, was it what?
What was the name of this town again?
Athlin. What did you say, Free?
Looking for old books or interesting knickknacks.
Old books? Here?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sometimes people leave random books around.
Give me 1 second, and he sort of runs into the back, and you hear him go, "Have you got any books?" Fine. And he sort of walks back out with a grand total of 3 books. So plops them down. You read on the spine. The bottom one is The Fisherman's Encyclopedia. The one above is Bait to Use with Witchfish. And the one above is Monsters in the Deep.
That's what I
I
thought.
don't really know if this is what you're interested in, but it's what we got, so sorry.
No, it's
In
alright.
terms of knickknacks, what are we talking here? Are we talking like magic-y things or just random things?
Would you have magic-y things?
Not very many.
I'd be curious to see.
All right, well, here's what we got. He sort of turns around, pulls something off the shelf. It is like a metal, sort of like flattened cylinder that he puts onto the counter. This is it never runs out of water, so you can drink that as much as you want. It's not very interesting. I actually got this, I think, third hand, so if you want to use it, you might want to wash it out first, and then sort of puts it back and puts it on the shelf. Sort of turns it back around. This one here, and he puts it down. This is a special yo-yo. He sort of pulls it out. It is a yo-yo. And you see on the yo-yo, it does actually have sort of on the side of it 2 vaguely pulsing sort of bars. And he says, so it's kind of hard to use these for a lot of people. But if you use them and you knock someone with it, you can do a little bit of lightning damage to them. It's pretty cool, actually. I can't really use it because I don't. My fingers are a bit small, but I think it would make a really good fight. And he sort of turns around once more, and you see him pull out. This is a familiar jar to you, full of like small grayish blue berries. He just pops it on the counter. We actually got this one from a wandering group of sort of tall warrior women. It's kind of scary, but they gave us this. These are just a bunch of good berries. You'll be able to survive off of them if you choose to.
I know that one very well. I happen to travel with a very tall warrior woman who does the same.
Oh, it's cool. They were very nice people, I might add. Very nice.
I know someone who might be interested in some of these. Let me go find my friends.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Thank you, though.
put them down to the
Appreciate
side, and I'll wait to see you again. It's no problem. Come back anytime.
I'm trying to find a Lakey than the others because I think you would find the yo-yo hilarious.
I can't believe you made a shocky yo-yo for your special monk class. I love
Equa,
it.
you
I'm
know
getting
nobody's
ice cream.
playing that class, right?
Listen, you guys. No
You
one
made it
I
after
know,
we
I
began the
know,
campaign.
right?
Like we could have had the chance to.
Felis is
Let's go
already
along
playing
way, guys.
one of my homebrew classes. One of you motherfuckers might do it again.
I'm putting the
It makes-
homebrew classes that I asked
Don't
for
get
that you
multi-class,
made.
guys.
It makes sense in the world. These things happen in a world where that class is a real thing. Come on.
I am aware. I just love that it's a shocky yo-yo.
Yeah,
Someone
no,
can
it's
It's
a
adorable.
monk or something. I don't know.
it's
And did you
I
know
love it.
someone who
I
can
do
use
love
it?
it.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know
Alakian does.
anybody. Yeah, I know somebody that could use it. Just kind of like as an oh shit I fucked up apology thing. Here's a yo-yo that shocks people.
Do you want an electric yo-yo?
Instead of doing a walk the dog, it does the electric slide.
Oh god.
God, fuck.
God damn it, I hate it.
Dyto, no!
So
You were the
it does
chosen
not
one.
take long. Find Lakin in the group, sort of wandering around. You find them within like 10 minutes. It's not a big town.
3?
Oh,
How much is my ice cream? And do they have pineapple flavored?
They have pineapple flavored. Yep, and it is 5 silver per 2 scoops.
Awesome, I get some.
flavors do they have?
I will pay. I will pay for hers.
They have.
Thank you.
They have vanilla chocolate and strawberry. They have this weird one called Neapolitan, which is totally existent in this world now. They have toffee flavored ice cream, which is my personal favorite. Salted caramel. They have sea salt regular. They have pineapple.
That's all I was waiting for. Yeah, I'll be an anime character. I'll get sea salt.
I mean,
I will
we're
pay
glad to
for.
see,
I will
absolutely.
pay for Griz's as well.
Awesome.
You know, it's funny we were talking about stories earlier. I do remember a story where the characters in the story ate sea salt ice cream all the time. They were like these weird things that didn't have hearts or bodies or something.
That sounds very long, complicated, and frankly overrated.
Yeah, I think there was like a whole trilogy. It was like more than a trilogy, but like they never actually counted more than 3. It was really weird. Like 1, 1.5, 1.25, 1.8, 2, 7.
So it's kind of like when you're playing hide and seek and you don't want to get to the 1, so you go 2.5, 1.25.
It sounds like they ran out of ideas and trying to figure it out through like other stories, but never really did. And it got around to the final third one, they kind of fucked it up.
I don't think I've ever had the sea salt ice cream before.
That's
Nope.
pretty good, though.
It's all right. Anyways,
I'll
it
tell
was
you
their
guys
favorite.
where I found
treat.
magic items if you tell me where you found ice cream.
Oh,
Hi.
hi. Hey, it's
the hell
that
did you
very
do?
strange portal man over there.
All right.
Yes, I made you do that, Equa. Have fun role-playing
That's
that,
fine.
motherfucker.
That's fine. You expect me to,
Here, let's take
to
it.
bow down from a challenge, Felis?
No,
Oh,
I
no.
just want another. I love turtles, though. They're great.
He just wants another turtle in the
Yes, I
in
love
the
turtles.
NPC universe.
I am buying ice cream for whoever wants ice cream.
I'll take some ice cream too. Fuck it. I'll tell him to surprise me. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't care.
We will take strawberry.
You will get sea salt ice cream, and you will
Probably.
enjoy it.
No, he'll
Probably.
get toffee.
Yeah, he'll give you toffee.
Come to think
Okay.
about it, Kev is a lot like one of those people from that book. Story. He ain't
As
got a
someone
body.
who's never read these books, and in fact only read the first chapter of the second one, which is true, by the way, I don't know who you're talking about, so you have to explain that a little more.
I don't know
No, just-
what shit we're talking about. So I'm just
Kev,
Kingdom Hearts.
just Kev doesn't have a
Is it?
body,
Okay.
you know. It's a little. Similar.
I'm gonna buy a cone of ice cream for picnic with a scoop of strawberry and a scoop of sea salt.
Get the hair flared.
Okay.
I'm gonna feed it to the horse. Because this horse
Sure.
eats everything.
You can go back and try and feed it to the horse if you want. That's fine.
roll a Constitution save for picnic.
Kevin nobody?
So,
Do what?
It's Kevin nobody. It's something that Nissa asked.
I'm starting to think maybe that's what happened here. Subconsciously, I just created a Kingdom Hearts character.
Good job.
I watched some of that
Get
series.
fucked.
Your series.
I literally played the opening chapter of the second one.
So you guys go and get ice cream, and then you come back. What do you choose to do now?
Go back to that weird shop.
We
Go
will,
back to the weird shop.
yeah.
Okay.
We will point them there.
So you do so. You see the same halfling dude, who's just sort of sitting there. All right. Welcome back.
Do I fit in here? Do I have to duck to get through the doorway?
No, it's a regular size thing.
You said it's a halfling, right?
Yeah, he's a halfling.
Cool. I'm gonna talk to him in halfling because I
Okay.
know that language.
Sure.
I too know that language.
You do know that language. I'm just gonna say. So my friend here told me that you have some magic items for purchase.
Oh yeah, did she tell you what they were?
I don't know. Free, did you tell us what they are?
No, she got distracted by ice cream.
I figured.
That's all right.
No.
I add a little bit of pizzazz to it. So here we go. Turns around and pulls out the flask. You'll never go thirsty again with this. Ooh. Turns around, pulls out the yo-yo. Shit, it shocks people. I don't know what to say. He turns around and pulls out the jar of good berries. And
It
just pumps
packs
them
a
down.
surprise, shockingly big punch, perhaps.
That's really good. I should use that. Thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. I thought of it in literally a second.
It'll give your enemy a real shock.
That's even better. That's better. Use that one.
Anyway,
See, you
this
need more
one-
time.
Oh, you know what this is, and he points to you, Thyra. Yeah, I'm not gonna just slides it off to the side. But these two are worth it.
How much is the yo-yo?
So it gives you an eye up and down.
I'm still speaking in halfling, by the way, just because I can.
That
I'm trying.
yeah, it would be for 350 gold.
You got anything else interesting? Maybe not necessarily just magic, but just interesting in here?
Well, let's have a look. And he turns around and starts fumbling through the shelves. Takes a moment. Well, we've got a bunch of nets and different kinds of bait. We've got worms. We've got little plasticky ones. We've got little wooden ones. You know, different kinds of hooks. You want a three-pronged hook, or you want a single hook, or whatever.
I'm not a real big fisherman. Not really the patient type to sit and wait for that. But
Hey, do y'all get gators around here?
Here, no. We get like mackerel and cod, bass, you know, stuff like that.
bass
Out of the
from the
sea?
sea? Excuse?
It's a sea bass. I played.
Oh, a
Crossing.
sea bass.
I
Yeah, that's a
played Animal
Pokemon. But you know,
God.
hey, you ever been to Keijo?
No, I don't know what that is.
You ever heard of Keijo?
No.
How about the Great Adventures of the Nigel Thornberry?
You're the natural one. Can't say I've ever heard of it.
Well, shoot.
Are they still talking in halfling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've just been making weird, like, chirpy noises the past, like, 5 minutes.
Chirping noises.
Chirping noises.
I imagine it's
I
very
wanted-
squeaky.
If I could understand them, I just wanted to add to the list of people he was asking this guy if they knew. Or
I did hear Nigel Thornberry in there though, and I think Kaijo as well.
It's weird because Nigel Thornberry in every language is still Nigel Thornberry. So weird. I
Right?
don't know how that works.
Well, lots
Yeah,
of proper names, no matter what language you say them in, they're always going to be the same.
Ah, that makes sense. How much for this here water pouch thingamadooger?
Oh, this one's only 150 gold. Yeah, it would be
That's a
more,
lot.
but like I said, it's been used a bunch. So
I think you're gonna have
Make
trouble
sure-
selling that.
How much for the dirty bottle of water?
150 gold.
No, I'll leave.
All right.
I just turn around and walk out and feed my ice cream.
Where
So,
did you get
Equa,
those
I have a
from?
question.
And I point to the good berries.
Oh wait.
Oh, yeah, probably from one of your friends. Yeah, and not trying to be disrespectful or nothing. You just all, you know, you do leave an impression.
Such good
Said,
chat.
Traveling warrior women dropped it off. You know.
Yeah, there were a bunch of them. This one was a while ago. Actually, we had another one come in yesterday, but she didn't. She was alone, so I didn't really talk
Did-
to her much.
Did she? Do you know who she was?
No.
Did she say where she was going?
No, I don't really talk to her very much. I just sort of saw her. You know, older looking miss. It's hard to tell, you know.
I'm gonna describe what Kiva looks like.
Oh yeah, that's
I
the
can't
one.
remember what Kiva looks like, but
Yep, that was her. She was around.
Well,
She
look,
probably
gonna
still is. You can go find her.
so you said they were here trading a while ago.
Oh yeah, no, this one. He points to the good berries. Yeah, this one was a while ago. Maybe like 3 weeks ago, something like that. You know, just
Yeah,
coming
but-
through their regular routes.
Do you have an empty jar?
An empty one? Probably. Let me have a look. So it goes back, pulls out a jar.
While he's
and
looking, I'm gonna say, well, we might have gotten that ride we were looking for.
it sounds like that was the other reason I brought you in particular here. Just going to mention that he got them from possibly someone you may have known.
Yeah, so if he brings the empty jar, I'm just gonna load him up with more good berries. I'm gonna fill it with more good berries for him.
Sure. Yeah, he watches it happen. Ah, it's very nice. How much you want for those?
It just whatever.
I'm a business for profit, so let's say a good even 20 gold.
Sure, that's fine.
Hands you a small pouch of 20 gold.
Good deal.
She was just gonna give them to him, so
Yeah, it's fair.
Equa,
Right, so anything else I can get for you?
I have a gameplay question.
Okay.
How long would it take for me to become proficient with the yo-yo? Like, if I was to train myself, like, every day, trying to, like, not hit myself with it, I don't know, like, could I become proficient with it if I'm not naturally proficient with it? And how long would it take?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, like I wonder if there's like ways to train yourself into proficiency. If it like, I assume it
You
would
could take
cost
the
gold.
weapon master feat.
I could.
Eats
That is
is
something I
the
could
quickest
do.
way.
Yeah, I know that, but like I've also still got like another 3 levels until I can do that. So
But that's the yo is it's a monk weapon, so it's different. I will get back to you on that. I will get back to you on that. Is all I can say.
he said 350 for that, right?
Yes.
Just rob him after you do it.
No, I'm not going to. This guy's a cool guy. Fucking. I'm gonna put down the other short sword I have. So I have a random short sword that I don't know where I got it. It's a regular short sword.
You stole it from the blacksmith in Urnroot before you left.
That's right. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. I'll put that down on the counter and I'll say I'll trade you this along with 290 gold for that. Oh wait, no, you said 350. Never mind. Along with 300 gold for that yo-yo.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Can I give him advantage by throwing in a spare dagger? Because my paw gave me one, but I already had 2, so I'm throwing in 1.
Sure.
Yes. Persuasion, that is an 18.
18. With the dagger, he shows someone's I think 25 gold dagger is like 10. It's not a bad deal. Yeah, he says, looks over. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. That's fine with me. Yeah, I'm
Sweet.
happy with that. If you want to, try and trade me anything else for the for the mug, That's fine.
How much was the mug? Or
It was
the
150.
I didn't mean to do that. Hang on.
What was your name?
Oh, my name's Aaron. That's Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron. That's it.
Aaron.
Yep, that's me.
Oh no.
I'll be sure to put in a good word with my mom when I get back home. Maybe she'll be able to bring a little bit more business our way.
Thank you. You know, tell your mum I said hello, whoever she is.
Mildred?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's fine. You can put in good word for me there. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
I love it.
I take it you know her?
I've heard of her. I've never met her personally, but no, yeah, good word. Love it. What's your name?
Fyra.
It is nice to meet you, Fyra.
I will hold out my hand to him.
Takes thing, gives it a quick shake.
It was a nice meeting you too.
Pleasure. Well, if there ain't nothing else,
I'm
you come back
gonna put down the component pouch that I stole off of Vija.
Okay.
I'll be like, I'll charge this here component pouch along with everything in it, and 80 gold for that. It's the dirty water bottle thing.
I'm not there. Never mind. I was going to try to give him the help action.
So material components.
Does the name drop help him?
I was gonna say, did the name drop help me at all?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, do I still legit have 4 lycanthropy potions even after giving Ma one?
No, you should have 3, I think.
He takes a look inside the component pouch, sort of rifles through it. Make a persuasion check with advantage on this one.
That's better than the last one. That's 22.
That's a
Total.
pretty good deal. I myself have been looking for this little bit of fur, so good for me. He sort of pops it back. Vija has some good spells, y'all. Some really good spells.
Did I just get swindled? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
So you can add a decanter of endless water to your inventory from D&D Beyond.
What is it again?
It is a decanter of endless water.
Oh well, that'll be good to clean the fish tank with.
I'm gonna clean the fish tank, fill it up. Fucking,
Oh my god! Can you just put it in the bottom of the fish tank and just keeps filling up like an air filter? They just get new clean water.
Pretty much.
Oh.
You just bought filter for our fish tank.
Yeah, it's great. I do have one more quick thing to ask of you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
It's just a quick question. Do you know of anyone that could powder some silver for me?
Ooh. Here? Ugh. That's gonna be a rough one. You could try going to Olivia. That's pretty close.
Well, unfortunately, that's the opposite direction of which way we're going, but I'll be sure to check there whenever I go back.
Yeah, do so. Why not?
I appreciate your time and your fun knickknacks.
Yeah, cheers very much. I'll be seeing yous.
Have a good day.
Sort of
As
just
I
waves
head out
you
the
off.
door.
Isabel is currently standing on a wall, perfectly sideways, sticking out from the wall, eating the ice cream. Hello.
All right,
Are you
ladies
facing
and gentlemen.
downwards or upwards?
I'm facing sideways, like looking like because like I have to eat the ice cream, so it's just kind of like there, like
Okay.
that.
I thought you meant like that you used spider climb, that you were attached to the wall by your feet and just looking straight up.
Oh, it is by the feet, like fully by the feet, just like looking sideways, waiting for it to come out, like watching the door essentially.
So I want to look around for a big tree, a park, and an inn.
Okay. So, make an investigation check for me.
I'll help her. I'll help try and talk to people and find people and stuff like that. Too,
Well, I rolled the
sometimes.
natural 19, so I think that's a
Okay.
dirty 20 for investigation. I think I have a +1. Let me just. Yeah, it's +1, so dirty 20.
Great. So, you start looking around for a while. You start off with the park, getting the sense that if there is a large tree around, it might be in the park. And it is early-ish in the morning. You're looking at probably like 8 or 9 in the morning. So as you start beginning to walk around, you don't find any parks here in the middle of town, but it's not a big town. And as you sort of come back out a little bit off to the side, where the buildings become a little bit more sparse, and there is a slightly more open ground. There are a couple of big trees around here that you see. A couple of like taller oak trees that just sort of stand strong, looking over the ocean next to you. And the one thing that you do see is that gently sitting before one of the bigger ones is the older visage of a female half-orc who is just gently like sitting there back to the tree, reading a small book. Big, long, like thick wooden staff down by the side. Just sort of gently sitting there.
Hey, Wade. Do you have that other axler buck antler?
Yes, I do.
Can I borrow it for a little bit?
Sure thing.
Has she seemed to have noticed us yet?
Not yet.
Alright, you guys need to wait here for just a minute. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace and try and sneak up on her.
Make a stealth check.
Fraction of every portion of Zill's body wants to not.
Do I see her sneaking away? Like, is it like evident like she's sneaking away from us?
Well, she told us to stay there, so yeah.
Okay, I'll give you guidance as well.
Oh.
So that's a D4?
D4, correct.
Wait, is this a
So-
prank?
Yes.
You want to be
That's
invisible?
21. Oh, you're gonna
21?
make me invisible?
You want to be invisible?
No, that's okay.
Okay. Never mind then.
Okay, so the rest of you watch as Thyra just pulls out the axle buck antlers and just.
Yeah, I kind of like go wide around her to come up behind her. And when I get close enough, I'm gonna rack them together and like scrape them down the tree she's up against. I'm gonna get attacked, but that's okay.
Okay, so you walk up to the tree, feeling pretty confident in your stealth, and as you do so, she has not yet seemed to notice your presence behind her. As you so are you attempting to make a loud noise to scare her, or are you just trying to persuade her that there is an axler buck there?
No, I'm just trying to make a loud noise to scare her.
Okay, cool, awesome. So the rest of you watch as off in the distance you see Thyra just walk up, start clanging, and then you see the figure jump up, turn around, and start yelling. You hear this. For you, Thyra, standing right next to her, you clang the sticks together, and you see her physically like jump. The book goes off to the side as she grabs the staff and pulls up and turns around to you. There's like a moment of recognition before she's like, "By Mother Melora, you demon child! What are you doing to me? I'm old in my old age. How could you?" we're going to go ahead and take our break there. Um,
I love it. Oh, it's gonna be such a fun time.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, this is gonna be
fuck so
fucking
many
great.
of Towers people.
Oh, it's gonna be a jolly fucking great time.
I am. I
it's gonna be a
am
great time.
and will have an orgy. Let's do this.
So I'm telling you, I'm telling all of this right now. My accent is gonna slip so fucking hard this entire goddamn time that we're doing this shit for Thyra. Like it's going to fucking happen.
I want a giant cuddle puddle. I want a fuck pile. I want a muck at fuck pile. Let's do it.
10 to 20 minutes for the remainder of the episode, where we'll hit the Mathandan tribe. Good job, everyone. So we're back soon. Go get snacks and drinks and pee and whatever. Don't get pee, but go pee, and then we'll be back here soon. Okay, bye.
Don't judge my habits.
That was a great
Orgies.
So, welcome back, everyone. We're just gonna go ahead and jump in straight where we left off. So, Thyra, you successfully scare Kiva, and as she turns around and starts yelling at you, what do?
I want to do one of two things. I will walk up to her, and even with her little ranting and raving, I'm gonna give her a hug.
Okay. So, you watch as she's like giving you the finger and everything. She's like telling you off as Nelda does, and you just walk up and hug her, and she allows it. And she's still yelling at you. She's like, "What did you think you're doing, you little monster? I thought I got out of that little phase of your scaring people around and stuff when you were 13. And she just keep going.
That's what you keep thinking.
You know, who's the demon and the monster? Is that? Do I need to tell Mom that you're calling her a monster again?
You drive me up the wall, child. No, you're the monster, you little. Oh.
Do you want? I have something to show you. You want to see Monster? I get really excited and start jumping a little bit.
As I watch this, I'm like, all right. This is definitely strange to see a woman who once dislocated my jaw with a stick do.
I'm gonna take a step back from her. And I'm going to rage.
Okay, so you take a step back from her and you start breathing a little bit heavier, and she immediately acknowledges this and she pulls the staff a little bit closer, just in case anything needs to happen. And as you, the eyes begin to spark in the signature color. What do?
I'm gonna hit me.
Why, child? Why would I do that?
Just do it. I should roll to see if I can get out of it.
All right. She pulls the staff up and just pong,
Shit.
just wraps you on the head once.
After that's done, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on her just for the hell of it, just in case.
Oh yeah, because they can only see. They can't. Oh, Sanctuary. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm casting Sanctuary on the other half orc. That's not Thunder.
Yeah. So, one, she does see a different color in my eyes that wasn't there when I left.
Okay.
Which is the purple.
Yeah.
But as soon as she bonks me just that little bit, I take a huge step forward and kind of growl in her face, and then drop my rage.
Okay, you take a step forward and like you get as close to her face as you can, but the sanctuary is still a protective barrier in between the two of you. So you sort of like, it's almost like pushing your face up against glass. It's just, you just stand there, and as you breathe outwards, the like arcane invisible barrier seems to almost like condensate a little bit, and there are small marks left. And then you drop it, and you just stand there and smile, and she's like, "Boy, my Laura's blessing, you done did it. Come here, you!" And she starts pulling you into the sanctuary, and then allows you in because it's an allowance spell. She
Yeah, as
pulls
I'm
you
giving
this
her a
side
hug, I'll wave everybody.
I'll
everybody else.
drop it as well once it's clear.
Are you-
I've been working really hard.
So proud of you. When did this happen?
I started working on it about three months ago now. But the full control really only just happened a couple of days. I've been working on some demons.
I am immensely proud of you, Thyra. You are. I'm so proud. And you see her like she's kind of like tearing up a little bit. She just pulls you in a little bit closer. At this point, your friends start to walk up, and she she pushes you back a little bit. Right. So, introduce me to your friends. Standing here like a fool.
The big horned one, the pink horned one, is Free. And then next to her, the pale one is Alakian, even though we call him Elikane.
I hate you. I hate you.
And then the other lovely lady is Izzy, and last but not least, we have Wade.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Right.
Everybody,
Nice to
this
meet all of you.
is Eva.
I'm somewhat of a mentor to Thyra, young Thyra here.
She's the only one that could handle me.
Well, not so much anymore. His old bones are getting a wee bit frail. It is so nice to meet all of you. Who's the one that's been talking to Mildred?
That was me.
Point to Free.
I realized I was muted. Hi, everyone.
She's looking forward to meeting you. You've made quite a nice impression on her. Very polite.
Hey, Griz.
Hmm?
Tab into
Good to
Discord.
hear.
Right.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize your camera came back.
Kiva, just don't tell Mom about, that little thing that just happened. I want to tell her.
Of course, child. It'd be improper of me to take away from your delight in telling her yourself. By the way, and she sort of like leans in a little bit closer. I've been hearing that you've been doing a little bit of magic.
I can do a little bit.
Oh, go on.
Well, the way I was able to sneak up on you. And also, to see what I have prepared.
Has Moonbeam prepared?
I do, actually.
Beans the town square.
No, it's only a 5-foot
Yeah.
radius, so, yeah, I am going to... Alright, I'll do that, because it's not going to waste a spell slot, but it's visible. I'm gonna just, crack my neck a little bit, and crack my knuckles, and then I'm gonna cast, Primal Savagery. So on top of my tusks that come out from the bottom, I will have fangs that come out from the top. And my nails turn into claws.
Mm. Yeah, you sort of like focus for a second and pull your arms back, and these claws and fangs extend, and she just... That is marvelous, my dear. I am so proud of you. Mind you, keep your back straight when you do that. It'll make the claws go a little bit longer. But I am so proud of you. You've come so far in these past few years. The rest of the tribe is going to be so excited to see you. So, I got here yesterday. We can leave whenever you're ready. So, and she points to Wade and Alakian. You two are more than welcome to stay as long as you need. There may be people who are happy to see you, of course. But I am unfortunate to tell you that it's not a permanent arrangement for everyone here.
It's been well addressed. Thyra has mentioned in passing roughly kind of the structure of how your community is set up, so We're
Oh yeah, I'm
prepared
not
to,
looking to make it permanent or nothing. I got a nice home back in Keijo, so
There's far too many trees and not enough buildings.
That is wonderful. I'm not trying. You can stay as long as you like. You are friends of Thyra and friends of ours. I just wanted to didn't know if you'd been clarified on the rules or not. So we can leave whenever you're ready.
Do we have enough to be able to take the horses and the fish?
If you can get them in fast enough, sure.
I think if we all hop in the carts, I think it'd be rather quickly that way. We all just hop in the cart and then went about it that way. If you find a tree big enough, I should say. I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't think we left the cart or the horses anywhere, so they're probably nearby.
Yeah,
we're still using. Yeah, we still have them.
All
right.
Large plant. Yep. Works for me. Right. So, does anyone have anything they've left to do here?
no.
I think this is just a stop to pick
I'm
up
just
boat.
glad that we're skipping the boats, so that personally.
Oh, you don't like boats?
She's
No, they
not
don't
one for
agree with me.
water.
I like
love
water, but I
boats.
don't like boats. No, I just don't. I like water, but I can swim. It's fine. I just don't like boats. That
I'll
freak me
dump
out.
some water on Izzy from
Oh,
the thing.
yeah.
I'm punching him.
like,
I'm punching him.
Aren't you scared yet?
I just
Cool.
You see the influence coming under the
Fucking
table?
like the whole
That's a
claustrophobia
17. Do I
And I
punch like him?
That is
in
my
front
armor
of-
class.
Cool. You take 5 points of damage, you fucker.
Uncanny dodge it because I know it's coming.
That's fine.
So I'll take 2 damage.
take 2 damage. As the rest of you just turn, is he like? It's like a cat underwater. Like he starts pouring and she just, and everyone just watches it. He was like, "Are they okay? Like little children they are."
You see what you see
Oh.
why it's come back, don't you? And as I'm passing Wade his axle and his antler.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Honestly.
Yes.
It gets
Well,
weirder.
I
I'm
can
just
see
so
who's
glad
been
that Tyra
keeping my
found such-
Thyra in good shape, eh? Right.
I'm just so glad Tyra found such good role models.
Like,
Kitty.
without me, she wouldn't be able to control her rages, so.
She turns around and picks up her pack, and you can see she left the very bottom of the ice cream cone that she had bought just in the ground. And you watch as she just, and a squirrel comes up from above the tree and just picks it up and goes straight back up into the brush. And she pulls the staff forward. Everyone, get ready.
I grab hold of
Jump
the
in the
reins.
cart.
And you watch
Yep.
as she pulls the staff forward and plants it in the center of the tree and then begins doing a spiral shape outwards. Izzy, you recognize this.
I recognize
This is the insignia of Melora.
Oh my lord.
Oh, where do I recognize it from?
You recognize it from credit.
Oh. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, oh, that's. Oh, right. It's a strange thing to see so far away from home.
As she finishes the tracing the insignia on the tree, you watch as it glows with like
Right.
this bright greenish light.
This will be a
and
fun
from
ride.
The center of the spiral just begins to bend inwards and fold in on itself, and you can see as it does, in the tree there is a large doorway that shows the outside of the tribe that you are familiar with. The rest of you, you see thick, like wooden walls that sort of rise up 10-15 feet, and a number of people just running around. Says, right, come on. And she just goes in. You all go straight through the tree, and it feels like nothing. It feels like you're just walking. or you're just riding in a car just straight through normalness. And as you sort of come through, the tree closes behind you, and behind you is a very thick, tall tree. Not inside of the village, but outside of it. And looking before you, you see... let me see if I can find my description for it. I need to write it down.
Man, that's cool. Your village is in a tree that's in another village. That's cool.
Well,
So-
the tree was just used to transport. We came out of a tree nearby.
No, let him dream.
But he's
You
awake.
see before you...
No, let him dream.
a strong but kind of rural settlement that is just very, very barely on the cusp of a very large forest. The trees here aren't as big as they are in Keijo. They're not like 20 feet wide trunks and like real 80, 60 to 100 feet tall trees.
Not like the big banyans.
Yeah, they're not big bangers, but they're pretty fucking tall. Like at certain points, they get to 40 or 50 feet in the highest of versions. You see, the outer walls are made of like these heavy logs that are stacked next to each other, and each one ends in like a tall spike on the top, with large gates that are made of sort of the same kind of wood. It's very similar, but you see dead ahead of you there is one, and off to the side, sort of as the walls curve around, you see another one. There are a number of gates around the outside, and pretty much all of them are open right now. As you sort of begin walking closer, you see a number of tents and huts that are pitched up in almost like every direction. It's like as you sort of look at it, there is no real rhyme or rhythm to this place. It is scattered and messy. The tents are all made of like these thick animal furs and variety of leathers, and the huts are made of this like worked wood that they all have some manner of plants or flowers growing up and around them. They are kind of reminiscent of Olivia, but not quite so eloquent in design. They're a little bit more basic, a little bit more thrown up. You see ahead of you a scattering of half-orcish women. They range from toddlers to elderly people. You have pretty much everyone under the spectrum, and there are a couple of males here, but they are young. None of them that you can see seem to have hit the age of 5 or 6 yet, and you don't see very many of them here. The people here wear simple furs and leathers, mostly practical, just for jobs. You see, various hunters, gatherers, cooks, things like that. Not very many of them are armed currently. And that's what you see as you sort of approach the outward gates. So, as we do so, is there anything that anyone wants to do?
Kiva is. Are the girls still around? Or have they gone out on their own?
No, of course they're still around. They haven't quite yet hit the age yet. Ada's getting there, but she's not quite there yet.
What about Riley?
Whew, I'll leave that one to you. She's around.
Who's Riley?
A friend? Kind of looks away a little bit.
A
Like-
girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to be a little more careful than that, but is it a special friend?
At one time she was, yes.
I absolutely have to meet this woman.
Well, I'm sure it won't be long before everybody spreads the news, so we'll find
I mean,
her.
I could fly around and shout your name for a bit.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not going to do it, but I could.
So, you guys...
With that, I'm gonna make my voice just a little bit louder with thaumaturgy, not like booming, but just a little bit. Be like, or we could just do this. Just kind of as an aside, as opposed to running around the town shouting it.
Flying on wings made of fire.
As you approach the main entranceway to the tribe, people start to notice you coming in. You are a sight in this very sort of secluded, individualistic tribe. You guys are a stretch from the norm here, and a lot of people see you come in.
I kind of like straightened up my back a little bit, and it improved my posture a little bit.
I'm absolutely giving fucking flirty fucking come hither eyes at any women who appear to be physically fit.
Okay, you see a lot of them. Pretty much everyone here is.
Yeah,
pretty
Isabel's
physically
very
fit.
happy right now. Isabel's very, very happy.
And as you walk into the gates, you see before you a sort of younger, half-orcish woman. She's like on the cusp of adulthood. She's maybe like 16, 17, who is sort of like talking to a small child, and you watch as she hands her a small flower, and the child smiles and runs off. And the woman sort of stands up and looks towards you. She's maybe like 5'5", 5'6". She's got this sort of like thick silver hair and this in this like pixie style cut, which matches her eyes. That are the same color. You see these kind of vibrant clothes. It's similar to what Thyra's wearing, but she's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more colorful, kind of less travel practical. Her arms that don't have sleeves are instead covered in these sort of like, not quite tattoos, they're almost like more like markings that resemble star patterns, which kind of is distracting from the almost identical green skin and similar facial features to your own half-orc. You watch as she stands up and sort of takes a look at you all and says, "Thyra, is that really you?"
It is?
"Come here!" And she just starts running straight towards you. She's grown a fair bit since you last saw her. She's clearly stronger, taller, and as she's running towards you, you're not threatened, but you can see this one's going to pack a little bit more of a punch than when you left.
Yeah, I will start running. I will meet her halfway.
Yeah, you meet her halfway, and she comes and almost like jumps into your arms like she did when you were kids and you used to pick her up and spin her. And she like jumps and like, "You're looking great! Who are all these people?"
Oh, well, these are my friends.
My friends!
Hey,
Hello? Who's...
Hello?
What's her name?
This is Ada. This is one of my sisters. Ada, this is Free, Izzy, Wade, and Alakian.
howdy.
We've been traveling together for a while. I'm actually here to help him out, and I'll point to Wade.
Oh, cool. What's wrong?
Oh, I'll
boy.
take a look around. Maybe we should wait until everybody's together.
Right, yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit excited. How long are you staying for?
Probably not long.
Thyra, you can stay a little bit.
As long as it takes to fix the problem, I guess. Don't worry,
Okay,
it's
we'll
more
talk
than
about
enough time to get into mischief.
Okay. Oh, come on. Mom will want to see you.
Alright. Alright, guys, come on.
She like grabs your hand and starts running. At this point, Kiva just sort of like stands there leaning on the staff. "We'll catch up with you later, darling. Be polite." She sort of like starts walking away slowly. She's older.
I'll yell back, "Thank you, Kiva."
Yeah, thank you.
I think I gave it.
She gives you a wave.
I love every part of this. I love every second of this. I want more of this.
We need to get
As-
some good stories of Thyra as a
I
kid.
need to meet Thyra's mum.
As we are
I need to
going
meet the woman who
whatever
gave raised Thyra.
direction we're going, I do want to kind of whisper to Thyra. It's like, Is this the sister that you told me that I needed to talk to about my issue as well? Or was it
Oh,
somebody
yes.
else?
Otto, you're so really into stars, right?
I'm not really into stars. It's a passion of mine, but I wouldn't say I'm like obsessed or nothing. Why?
Well,
Insight check.
You can make an insight check if you want.
I would
I
have
want to
liked
see
one too.
how actually into stars this is, and like how excited she's gonna be. Just because I think it'd be cute. Fucking 16.
You don't know how into stars
21.
she is. She's trying. 21, yeah. She's definitely embarrassed in front of these new people that Thyra is kind of pinning her out, pinning her, her idiosyncrasies out.
Big sister comes home from college, with a bunch of crazy new friends.
Yup.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She wants to make a good impression here, and Thyra's
One of them's
kinda like,
one is just like a fucking adult.
Oh man, that stinks because I think stars are really cool.
Right?
I mean,
she
well,
can't
my
see you,
mother,
Wade. Stars are pretty cool.
my mother used to sing the names of the stars to me in Elvish.
That's nice.
My father told tales of Sanin and the constellations.
There we are. I think what we're saying is we all love stars.
In particular,
Okay.
she started to have dreams about them. And
Really? And she just
different
stops,
shapes?
like dead in the street.
Yeah.
What are you dreaming about?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but
And maybe a little bit private.
yeah, I was gonna say, could we
Right.
wait? It's again another one of those things.
Sorry, I did it again. It's fine. Yeah, come on. And she begins sort of taking your hand and running you back into the center of the tribe. You know exactly where you're going, Thyra. You're going to like the matriarch hut, which is not quite in the dead center. It's sort of in the center, but slightly more southern, just so that it is more accessible to everyone coming in from the southern side, which is commonly where Lin Jay comes from. But you know exactly where she's taking you. It doesn't take you long to get there. It's maybe 4-5 minutes before, especially to run. You appear before a very, very large, maybe like 50 feet across hut that is really tall and like draped in multiple different sort of patchwork animal leathers. You actually see there is a couple of people standing outside. You see one sort of like middle-aged man with sort of like a portly belly, appears to be human, and a sort of younger, maybe like early 20s elven woman who are just sort of standing there, just sort of minding their own business. And the doors to the tent are currently closed. Say doors.
Do I
flaps.
recognize either of these people?
Make a history check.
History, 13.
You don't recognize the younger woman. She's kind of a new sight to you. You do sort of recognize the man. Not really his facial features or anything, but from his clothes, he does appear to be like a townsperson. You gather he's probably a person from Lin Jay, who's coming over to talk to Mildred about whatever. So you can choose to do something with them if you want, or otherwise no.
No, my mom is expecting me. I'm not gonna get sidetracked.
Super cool. So, Oda
Do they
leads
seem
you
to recognize
straight
me?
in. They sort of take a glance at your way. You don't look for sort of like, it's an unusual sight for you to have someone look at you and be like, that's normal. They don't appear to recognize you.
Okay.
Just sort of look up, look away.
I'll give him a nod.
Yeah, they smile and nod back. They seem nice enough. But Otter just leads you straight into the tent, and you see the inside is warm and comfortable. It is lit nicely with these thick sort of wooden pillars that hold up the top parts of the tent. The sort of entranceway leads to a rug that sort of goes straight down to the back of it, where there is currently sort of like an elderly, sort of like hunched over, holding a cane, bald on top, long white beard, human man, who is just sort of gently standing there, talking up to a figure around the sides of the tent. You see like tables with food on them, and it's sort of like a meeting table over to the side. All things that would be fit for a ruler, as it were. Towards the back of the tent, you see three sort of like older half-orcish women that you recognize, Thyra, as some of the elders almost immediately. They've aged a little bit, but once you hit like a certain age, you can only age so much that your appearance changes, you know? And sitting on the throne, you see this this like half-orcish woman, sort of like mid-50s, kind of a little bit lithe, slightly lighter green skin than Thyra, but this thick white hair that is worn in these two braids that come down the back. Purple diamonds around her sort of crow's feet adorned bright yellow eyes. She's wearing the sort of standard tribal garb with a little bit more regality to it. And you see next to her, she's holding this sort of what appears to be almost like a battle axe. It is thick and heavy, and it has this long wooden shaft that comes up and then straight outwards horizontally. It's like almost the top is like a straight edge, kind of like reminds you of like the Gimli's axe from Lord of the Rings. Straight edge at the top, and then comes down to a point on the bottom of this like intense, bright, like kind of light bluish crystal. And you see into the handle and around the blade these small etchings of a variety of wildlife, and there are like flowers that are growing out of it. Like there's a hanger of like little teeth on it, furs, pelts. It's a hefty looking weapon, and it looks specific. As you walk in, you hear the old guy is like, "We can't afford to lose anything else. They've been terrorizing our village for too long." And the woman's like, "I understand that. There's only so much I can do, though. You have to understand. We will deal with the problem, but I'd like for them to make a move on us first." And as you hear this, you watch as her eyes dart over to you guys. And there's like a vague expression of, "Excuse me, Ozen. I have a matter to attend to. Please, talk to the elders, see what they can recommend for you." And he just nods and sort of goes off to the back with them. This will lead him off to the side. And she sort of stands up, kind of enthusiastically, strong, and she's strong and she's tall, and she says, "About time you showed up. Come here."
I'll walk in. Back a little straighter than I can get.
She sort of like walks down the couple of wooden stairs that sort of elevate her, like thick oak chair. And as she does, the battle axe just.
Seeing this and recognizing this as Thyra's mother, Isabel's going to look at her and just in her head be like, "Oh, I'm so conflicted. I want to, but it feels so inappropriate."
As you walk up to her, Thyra, she like pulls her hand up and sort of puts her hand on your chin, so like looks you over. "You've grown.
Maybe a foot or two.
More ways than I heard than one from your little friend here." Sort of beckons over to Free. "It's nice to meet you too."
Pleasure to meet you.
Well, for those that aren't acquainted with me, my name is Mildreth. I'm the matriarch of the Mathenbound tribe. Nice to meet all of you. Free. And
Yes.
I didn't catch your names.
I'm
The other
Wade.
lady?
Wade and Waters.
I'll walk up to her, extend my hand, and just be like, I'm Alekian.
And he sort of takes it and looks you over. And, you?
Fuck it. Isabel will approach. We'll extend the hand, do the classic kiss the hand, and say, "My name is Isabel."
Pleasure. Right, and, you two, which points to you, Wade and Alekian. What can you do?
I have a quick question. Is that axe from before or after I left?
This appears to be fairly recent. Yeah,
Okay.
this is a new addition.
Well, that's a very vague question that I don't really have an answer for. Like,
Are
Real
you
question.
strong?
Is what can't I do?
That is my boy. And I slap him on the back.
Tyra does a free face.
God.
Right.
And I'll respond with that. Strong, no. Intelligent and quick, yes. Very
you-
sneaky.
You are strong then? Points to you, Wade.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm the strongest one, Keijo. Actually, yeah. I'm the biggest
You
too.
have
I
chosen
feel
some strange tutors, Tyra.
I feel like I should say Echo is a village of halflings. I feel like that's important information he left out.
Right. Halfling.
I will let him say what he can do.
He turns back to you, Tyra. I won't disapprove of your choice until I've seen what they can do. But
Oh
they are
shit!
strange.
Oh,
You
That's
comment.
just really
Definitely, they
I knew exactly what was happening. Just fucking, god damn it! I hate it.
I was just like, I get it. And like they're an
what?
old woman culture, want to see
That's
like
like
if they're a threat or something. But oh nope.
I knew
Testing
exactly
them
where
out.
this was going.
They're not. But you can test them anyways.
Right. Well,
I totally am.
apologies.
I don't know what we're talking about, but yeah.
She wants you to show her what you got best of. So, Alekian, I suggest you shoot that bow of yours.
What, right now?
Sure.
Well, okay.
Is
We
there
had
is there something that I could use as a target in here that's not a person?
I
You
mean
can
that
get
is me.
inventive
Like,
with it.
I can take a arrow. Ooh, no,
Say that.
not
What'd you
bad
say,
idea.
Equa?
It's
You
bad.
can get inventive with it. You get someone to throw something. Otherwise, there are like pillars and there's food on tables. You get someone to stand underneath an apple. That'd be funny.
I will throw an apple. I'll grab a bunch of apples and throw them for Lakin.
Fuck it. I'll
Shoot.
try and shoot the arrows.
Okay. How
I'll
many do
try
you
and
throw,
shoot the
Izzy?
apples before they hit the ground.
Do you need me to do something? My dog is at my door again.
How many apples are you throwing?
How many do you throw?
I will throw. I'm gonna roll a d6 and see how many. I'm gonna throw one after another, one after another, the other.
Okay. So one after another is slightly different. Okay, so Alekian, make 6 attack rolls
Okay.
with the bow.
First one is a 19. Second one is a 19. Third one is a 22. Fourth one is a 25. Sixth one is 23.
I have 19, 19, 22, 25, 23. What did I miss?
I lean over to Free. This is going to be a spectacle.
20,
but an
it
entertaining
was,
one.
19, 19, 22, 23, or it was 25, 23. What was the other one?
Just
I'll just
roll.
roll another one. I'll just roll again. That one is 18.
18. Okay. Yeah. I mean, these are apples, and although they are small targets, and they are moving, you're within a comfortable enough range to the point where, on the first two, as he throws them out, and you aren't quite expecting them, you're like, oh shit, and they hit, and then they make a small tear through the side of the tent as you see them go through, and you hear someone go. The other three that follow, you're a little bit more prepared for, as you aim the bow in a perfect loop, and they actually manage to hit one into the table and two into the pillar next to you. Pretty spot on, as there's like an array of from 3 different arrows, and the other one you just like feel like showing off. And as it sort of is falling towards the floor, you're like, you're good. You hit all of them.
Okay.
As you do, she's like, right, not bad.
Or do this. The jazz hands, like yeah.
How flammable does it look in here?
Pretty
Very.
fun.
How about on the outside of this area? How flammable?
I mean,
did it
you're
look
in a
like
forest.
outside of the
Yeah,
tent
you're in the
that
We're
we're
in a
in.
forest.
you're in a tree town. It's flammable.
Okay.
Oh, pull
Everything is
free.
flammable.
Well, you know, I'm so powerful that I don't think that I can show you what I can do in here, because it'll probably burn the whole place down. I'm being completely honest with you.
You know what? It's fine. I have confidence in my Thyra's ability to pick a air producer, shall we say. Anyway,
I don't know
So
what that
okay,
means.
Equa, one quick thing.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Whatever does she look me over again after after I shot the apples? Like does
she gives you a quick once over. Yeah.
Okay. At that, I want to change my eye colors to match that of Thyra's when she's in rage.
Okay.
The old or the new?
Yeah.
The new.
Okay. So you do so, and she takes a second, but doesn't really bear any
Register.
recognition
Okay.
from her. She says, "Right. So, what can I do for you?"
Wait.
Well, yeah, the reason we're here is Wade has a friend stuck in his head that we're trying to get out.
Yeah, it's a little more than that, though. So my friend, well, I'm so powerful that I accidentally split my friend into 3 different parts and scattered him across the multiverse. Yeah.
Right. Well, if you are so powerful, why not get him back?
Well, that's why I'm here. You know? Not only am I powerful, I am also smart, see? So I know when it's best to get, others' help.
It's very easy to destroy something. It's a lot harder to fix it afterwards.
You know what? I am starting to like you. That's some recognition. Well, I can only do so much. That appears to be out of my range of specialty, but I can talk to some of the elders. I'll talk to Kiva. We'll see what she says first.
Alright.
About
Should-
that.
While this is going on, I'm gonna go pull the arrows out of the pillar that's inside,
Fair enough.
and then take one of the apples and pull out my dagger and just like cut pieces off of it and slowly eat it while this conversation is going on.
Okay.
I'm trying to look hot.
Well, we know that his body might be in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know where they are.
So
His soul.
At the gate.
Go ahead, Wade.
yeah, we're trying to gather the pieces. So his mind is in a demi-plane. I think that's the way it was put. That's linked to my subconscious. And then, like Thyra said, his body is in the Feywild, and his spirit is somewhere trapped on the other side.
And with a mouthful of apple, I'm just gonna be like, well, not quite on the other side just yet.
He's at the gate.
He's at the gate, and according to the Raven Queen, who I've kind of taken an affiliation for as of recent, we can get him back. It's a very possible thing to do. It's just we have to figure out how to on our own.
We also need some kind of a net or a soul stone, or I wrote it down, but I have to find
feather
the
knife.
page on.
So, well, somebody told us about a soul net, or some soul gems, or a feather knife. If any of those ring a bell or mean anything to you.
Right. Yes. Well, normally we'd save them, but we do have a soul gem currently in our possession. If you are in dire need.
We think that perhaps we should try to bring his body back and see if that works, and then if that doesn't, try the soul things. That seems a lot more dangerous than just going to the Feywild, trying to cross over the gate, or get to the gate and not cross over. That seems very hard to do.
Right. You said that the bodies in the Feywild, that's obtainable by yourselves, I'm sure. My Thyra can do that when she's a little bit stronger. But you said that the mind was linked to your subconscious. A soul gem would probably do that too. If you'd give that a go. There's only one way to find out, right?
Right.
But yeah.
Would
I'd have
would the soul gem work?
Ron, do you think they would have he would have subconsciously sent him to somewhere he might have known, even if he didn't know he knew where it was?
Possibly, yes. It's all dependent on your friend here.
Where do you think he might have sent him to Chevenron? That was the Feywild city. It was mentioned on your
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember anything from there, so...
Yes, Wade apparently is from the Feywild as well.
Right. Well, I am delighted to have you here so we can help solve your problems. I wouldn't mind talking to you, Thyra. There are problems in the tribe that maybe it's time for you to start looking at. That is, if you're able to control yourself a little bit more.
Where are we right now?
You're pretty center of town, in the matriarch hut itself. There aren't the three elders that were with her seem to have walked off with the guy.
Is there like a more like little secluded type of area?
I mean, if you wanted to go to your house, you could. But this is the matriarch tribe, so it's whoever she lets in is let in.
So there's just like not like okay. Alright. Well, I didn't come here to shirk any duties that are put upon me. As for control, I've been working on it.
But there's.
Do you
not been
require
any-
a demonstration?
Sure.
I will take a step back, take a deep breath, and I will let out a hearty growl. I will rage. So my eyes are gonna swirl, not just the amber color that she's used to, but also with the flecks of purple.
Okay. So you rage and you watch as she. Whereas Kiva was like a little bit nervous. Kiva's been on the bad end of your rage too many times. She is used to it, and she is kind of used to preparing. Your mother instead sort of just stands there and just watches. She's more stoic, and so you incite the rage, and there is still that little fleck of orange in your eye, but it's purple as well now. What do you do?
I'm gonna do kind of the same thing I did with Kiva. I'm going to kind of like, I'm gonna raise my axe and get like right up in her face, and I'm gonna drop my rage. Like right before like I start my swing. Like I'm gonna start like the back swing, and then I'm gonna stop it and drop my rage.
Awesome. You do so, and the rest of you watch as Thyra starts walking up to her mother, who is shorter than her. It's strange almost as Thyra bounds up to her and pulls the axe back, and she just doesn't move. And then she starts to swing forward. The rage drops, and she slows and blinks and drops the axe. And Emoris looks over you. Good. You're better, but not perfect. Am I right?
You're right. It's a lot
Take
better
it
than when I left.
Looks off to the side. Right. This is true. You're correct, and I am so proud of you for doing that. And getting this far. Tell you what. Wait here for just a moment. I need to go and talk to someone. And she just starts walking away.
Hello.
Don't worry, it's fine. And she leaves. Oda is still like standing there like, wow, that was really good.
What does she mean,
Was
air
it-
provider? I don't have any spells that can cast air.
Thinks you're gonna fuck Thyra.
Babies wait. Babies.
I wanted to say that, but I felt like it's probably a good time to wait until afterwards. But she
Air
thinks she
is-
doesn't have sex with
This
her.
particular air, wait,
Yeah, no, I got it now.
it's
Alright,
spelled with an H-E-I-R, not
When
an
she,
A-I-R.
when she said it, I was picturing the A.
Yeah.
One.
Wait,
Oda, where
I mean,
did the monk-
Tara is a beautiful woman, so like, if you'd want to, I haven't. But as long as Tara says yes.
That's not what we're here for.
And on that note, I'm gonna leave the tent.
Okay, you leave the tent. As you do, Oda's like, wait, she said to wait. Oh, sorry.
I'm not going to like not come back in. I'm just outside.
She's really bad at following any kind of direction.
I don't like authority very much, even beside the fact that it's Sarah's mum. So this is my little rebellion, so I don't cause more trouble later.
Oda,
She sort of looks to you, Thyra.
where did my mom get that axe from? She didn't have it when I left.
Well, that's a pretty good story. I shouldn't tell you. She'd want to tell you herself.
Is she going to get Riley?
It's very powerful. No, probably not. I don't know.
Who do you think she's gonna go get?
Maybe it's Riley.
Oh god, if it's Riley, I'm running.
Also, while I'm outside, I want to. If there's any person near me that I can talk to without like looking like I'm abandoning the tent, I will absolutely be flirting with whoever's around, as long as they're within appropriate age range.
Okay. Sure. I mean,
Again.
outside of the tent, immediately, that doesn't look like you're leaving. You do see the sort of like middle-aged man and the younger woman who are standing there, but they aren't half-orcish. They aren't from here.
Fuck. They seem like they're professionals. I don't want to fuck with them. I'm trying to be nice. I'm just be like, hi.
You do
Hello?
see, maybe like 10 minutes later, Mildred is coming back. Kiva in tow, returning to the tent.
Anyone else? Just Kiva? All right, I will see them. I'll kind of nod, then I'll go back inside and be like, "Well, I know who she's bringing." It's obvious. Frankly, obvious when you see it.
Of course, it'll be obvious when you see it.
Yeah, it's usually how that works.
It's supposed to be funny.
It's when you don't see it that it's not so obvious.
They enter the tent a second later. Kiva just has like a gentle smile on her face. Looks like a little bit relieved. Mildred kind of looks a little bit more tense. She's kind of like biting her jaw a little bit. She says, "Right, Thyra, come with me. The rest of you, Kiva is going to watch you for just a moment. You're allowed to wander the tribe as much as you want. Please interact with whoever you feel like. If you need trade, armor, food, anything, it's to you. But I need to borrow you."
One quick thing, if you don't mind, before you go. I don't think any of us could help but overhear about the problems that they were asking about getting help with. Every one of us here is a very capable fighter. All of us have our different ways and our own ways of doing things. So if you need help with anything while we're here, it would only be right to return the favor for any help that you can provide us as well.
Right. I appreciate that. Conversation for later. I need to focus on this. And she just walks up to you, Thyra, and holds out her hand.
I will take it.
And she starts walking you away. So, the rest of you are now standing in...
On fire.
You broke up a little bit, what'd you say, Dyto?
Rumor said don't light stuff on fire.
Don't get into trouble. Just set things on fire.
No promises. All right. I am going to do something. And if you want to join, you're welcome, but I think only a Lincoln would be interested.
As you all
Please
sort of
don't get into any trouble, Isabel.
I'm not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of sex. I'm going to leave.
You look over, the rest of you look over to Kiva, who is sort of gently smiling there, and Oda says, "What are you smiling about?" And she replies, "Nothing. Something's been waiting to happen for a long time."
All right. I care about Tyler. I need to know details. Is it all right if we know? Is it like a cultural taboo?
I'm not sure if I should tell you.
I mean, you could just tell me besides.
Can I interrupt really quick? This is something I wanted to do like a minute ago now at this point. Can I just shoot a message to Thyra? Hey, you okay? You need us to go over there? Come with you or follow?
No, it's just my mom. So we'll be fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, skipping over to where Thyra is. Thyra, Mildred leads you straight to your home in the willow tree. As you come closer to it, it is autumn, so the tree has changed a little bit, but for the most part, the sort of long, dangling, flowing leaves are longer than you've seen them. You've been gone for quite a while, and things have continued to grow here, despite your absence. As she leads you in, there is that weird sort of spatial distortion as you enter the house through the very ornate and carved doorway. And she starts leading you up the many flights of stairs, straight past your room and into hers. All the while, she hasn't really been saying much. And as you walk into her chambers, they are, as you remember them, the big, like thick furred bed, the two like sort of end tables on either side. There are a number of like staffs and axes and things that have been made for her by a variety of people, including one you recognize, an old staff that was given to her by a former suitor. And she sort of walks into the room, closes the door behind you. Have a seat on the bed.
Oh, all right, Maman. I haven't been in here since I was a little girl.
I know, hasn't changed much, eh?
Does it ever really change?
Things grow, things die, but there are some things we can keep the same. Right. I would like to commend you on what you've been doing with your problem. I can see that you've made a great effort, and things have happened. You've made good progress with it, but I'm worried. It's been years, and you're still not perfected, right? And she walks over to the bed and so like crouches down under it, and you see her pull out a small chest, maybe like this big and this wide. She pulls it out and just holds it there.
I mean, I've kind of made it a point the last few years for it not to be tested.
I know, and that's fine. But like I say, we have to grow, and to grow we have to accept the cold or the drought, things that we don't like. I've held on to this for a while. This was a gift to me from your father.
My father.
Right. As you know, the custom dictates that you've got to present a powerful gift to the powerful woman that you wish to bed, and when it came to you, this was his. What do you know about him?
Just what you and Kiva have told me, which hasn't really been a lot. His tribe name, human or elven, I'm not sure which one. Dark hair.
He was human. Good-looking lad. Very strong, very powerful magician. And he was a traveler. A vast traveler. He came here from all over the continent and beyond. Liked to call himself a number of things.
Like what, Maman?
Well, he ended with Baba Yaga.
That my name.
Right, he passed it down to you in the hopes that you'd become like him. Didn't agree with our customs of exiling the men, so he thought that he'd leave a little bit of himself in you. I didn't want to tell you about that too much. It's not important. What's important is that he gave me this. She sort of pats the box as she sits down on the end of the bed with you. This was a gift from him in order to impress me enough to bed him, and he didn't really have to do that. Strong enough on his own. But he gave it to me, and as soon as he did, I noticed that things were strange about it. It's strong and it's magical for sure, and I've no doubt it holds great significance wherever it comes from, probably a lot of worth. But you see, whenever we were around it, people became angry. He and I became angry. It's one of the reasons that we loved each other, but we didn't like each other enough to make it last any more than it had to. It worried me, and it was there the whole time that I was pregnant with you. And I've questioned whether this is the reason for your rage and whether it's so uncontrollable for you. For 18 years, I've never had a definitive answer from anyone. Not the elders, not from anyone that I've consorted with, not a lot of people know about it, and I'd like to keep it that way, but the point still stands. I don't know. And I trust that you've done all you can to control yourself, but... well, maybe this has the answer that you're looking for. She hands over the box and just slides it onto your lap.
I will open the box and take a look at what's inside.
Okay. The box itself is very nice. It is a wooden box with, again, these sort of naturist carvings. You haven't seen this before in your house. It is thick and cuboidal, and it has a thick wooden lock on the front of it that is currently unlocked and sort of latched upwards. As you open it forwards, you see the inside is lined with lead. This is, from your knowledge, being magical, you would know that lead is to prevent magic from getting in or out of an area. And as you look down, the glow hits you first. The item itself has a faint, sort of flickering glow that sort of like pops in and out. You see before you a small red orb about the size of a football. It is translucent on the outside, and on the inside there is sort of like a hollower center that has a live flickering flame in the middle of it. You've seen this before.
I was about to say, do I recognize this orb?
This was the orb from the sewers of Ernroot, except this one does not have the thick iron chains that are currently circling it. And as you into
close it immediately.
Okay, you close it immediately, and there is a large as she sort of looks back in slight surprise. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, thank you, everyone.
An American football or British football?
British football.
Okay, so a soccer ball.
He said it was an orb, not.
I know. I just
whatever the
wanted
shit.
to bug him. I just wanted to bug him.
I knew exactly what he meant. You fuck.
What is oblong? What is the shape of football? Is it an oblong spheroid? Like I don't know.
It's the shape of
Fuck
Hey
if I know.
Arnold's head. That's what's going
That's
on.
it's Hey Arnold's head. That's the name of the shape. It's just Hey Arnold's head.
That's the term of it. So, thank you.
It's called a prolate spheroid. It's a prolate spheroid. There you go. Google.
Equa, I hate you.
That is how we're choosing to end our 2020 on Spindler's Den.
Hey, all I'm going to say is that weird fire demon is Thyra. Weird fire demon in Izzy's head could be the same dad.
Could be the same
So,
dad.
Thanks everyone so much for watching this episode.
That was
and
cool.
the series so
Fuck
far.
hell.
We are almost at our 1 year anniversary of Emoris before we made Spindler's Den. We were on Forge Breaker, and that is a very nice way to round off the year of 2020. Is by ending it like that. So, thanks for coming out, you guys. We appreciate it. We will see you guys in the new year for the new content that's coming up on SD. Starting with, if I'm not mistaken, the Dragon of Ice by Peak, which is on the 3rd. Is that right? It's on the 3rd?
Next Sunday coming up. This Sunday.
Yeah.
Get excited, guys.
I'll be there.
It's coming soon. The new show.
Probably.
Run by
we'll see you
Tommy
all
Taco.
there. And then after that, we'll see you right here on the Morris to continue this story. So, thank you
Yeah.
very much
I'm
for
so
coming out.
excited.
We'll be back here soon. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you guys next time.